Hey guys, I am Adam. Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. I thought I would show off my top 5 cards that I got at the 2022 National in preparation for the 2023 National that is coming up at the end of this month. But first, let's open with an opener. So I got this envelope in the mail today, totally unexpected. And this is from the channel Paige and Deanie Bean. The father is Andrew, and his children are Dean and Paige. I believe she was named after Satchel Paige. I will put a link to their channel in the description below. So thank you so much, Andrew and Dean. Let's check it out. I have no clue what's in here, but I did cut off the end in advance to save us a little time here. Oh, look at this. 100% pure authentic Mangini band. That's awesome. I think I might adjust this up just a little bit. There we go. All right. So there's something in here. I'm going to try not to look at the card. There, I managed to set the card aside without looking so that I could start with the note here. Adam, I hope these cards find you well. Please take care of these 2 cards as you are now tasked as curator. You should notice that they are not identical cards. Unfortunately, I cannot continue writing this note in Ty Cobb's preferred ink color. I really have been amazed how we have been able to interact and get to know each other's preferences. Thank you for your friendship and positive perspective. Your friend, Andrew. That is awesome. Check out the snowman, the very patriotic snowman. All right. Let's see what we've got here. We pull these out of here. Oh, look at this. I'll start with the first one. Eddie Lopat, and Andrew knows that I love Eddie Lopat. The Upper Deck Company, Eddie Lopat. That is a beautiful card. Look at that beautiful vintage photo. I have never seen this card before. It looks like it is from 94 Upper Deck. Cool. That is sweet. I love it. That card has a sweet vintage look. And now to go with that, this is a parallel of the same card. And it says Major League Baseball 125th anniversary. Cool. So thank you so much, Andrew and Dean. I will have to do a little research here, but this adds to my Eddie Lopat collection, and I will get those. Oh, look. Actually, I think it just got stuck. Stuck in the card saver here. The penny sleeve for this one got stuck in the card saver. So let's carefully, the pressure's on when I'm doing this on film. Let's carefully. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Happy to add these to my collection. Sweet. All right, so now we're going to move on to my top 5 pickups from the 2022 National. And, the number 1 is just clear. But out of the other 4, I would have a really hard time ordering them in terms of which ones I like best. So I'm just going to go from least expensive to most expensive. So here we go. I picked up at the National this 69 Topps Willie Mays in an EX5. And this was my first 1969 Topps card. In fact, it's still my only 1969 Topps card. Love those vintage colors. And then, sorry, Eddie, going to have to set you down for a little bit. And then the next most expensive card, I picked up this 64 Topps Hank Aaron, number 300. This is from my birth year. At first, I wasn't sure I would like 64 Topps. It seemed kind of plain, but now I absolutely love it. And this was my first 1964 Topps card ever. I now have two. I do have the Willie Mays as well, but I did not pick that up at my first National, which was last year in Atlantic City. And then the next two cards I paid the same price for, so I guess I'll just show the lower grade first. I picked up this 65 Topps at last year's National, Willie Mays. Beautiful, beautiful card. Love this set. This is my only card from the set still, but I'm sure that will change over time. You know, it takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, and, you know, one has to save up their money and so forth. Or just wait for your friends like Andrew to send you free Eddie Lopat cards. That works too. Pretty stoked about that. And also for the same price as the 65 Willie Mays, I picked up this 71 Topps Hank Aaron. And this is my only 71 Topps. This was my first. It's still my only, but that will probably change at some point, no doubt. I love this set too. So at the moment, let's see, where do we go next? I believe this one. So this is my only 69 still, and my only 71 still, my only 65 still, but I do have two 1964 cards. I also have the Willie Mays. All right, and now for the number one. Now the number one, you might say this video is just an excuse to show off my number one card from last year's National. I suppose that's not entirely true, but there might be some truth to it. This is a card I bought as a PSA Authentic. It did not say Authentic Altered, it just said Authentic. And then I recently sent it in the PSA holder to SGC because I wanted to know why it was authentic, and PSA will put that on the holder now. They'll say like evidence of trimming or whatever the case may be. And it came back at 2.5, so it about doubled its value, which of course, sure, I'm stoked about that, but I'm just as stoked about the fact that it got a numerical grade, and, you know, I would have much preferred one. So, the 52 Topps number 261 Willie Mays. You know, and I know it's off center in two directions, but the color, the registration, especially for a lower grade, wow. So, yeah. I mean, personally, I would take this over one that is well-centered but has a lot of surface issues. But, you know, to each their own. To each their own. But I absolutely love this card. A little factory paper wrinkle up here. So that is it. Those are, I don't want to remove any of them. I don't know where to end here. I guess, you know what? Since I had three Willie Mays, I guess I'll put the three Mays up. So I ended up with two Hank Aaron's from the National and these three Willie Mays. Actually, I did get a 62 Hank Aaron as well, but it was pretty off-center. So I sold that at one point and have not replaced it. But, you know, hopefully that will happen sometime down the road. So thank you, everyone, for sharing in my joy. I think I'm going to do another video probably in the near future talking about my strategy for the 2023 National. I also want to do a VR for my buddy Dylan, Double D Vintage Baseball Cards, because he's got a contest. I don't really care about, you know, winning the contest. I just want to do a VR to support him. So those things should be coming up. Those videos should be coming up at some point. Let's get these here as well. Look at that. You know what they always say, two Lopats are better than one. And we've got the regular version and the parallel. That's really cool. I love that image. You know, I'm not much of a fan of black and white cards, or at least sometimes I think they're pretty cool, but this looks cool to me. Some black and white cards I think look pretty cool. This just has that cool vintage look, and it's got this nice splash of red, a little yellow as well. So really sweet. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. All right, so here we have my top 5 pickups from the 2022 National, my first National, together with a couple of awesome Eddie Lopats from Andrew and Dean. Thank you so much. And, you know, we'll see. It'll be interesting to compare and see what cards I get at this year's National in Chicago. Of course, I don't think I'll walk away with the same amount of value because that Willie Mays is pretty darn spendy, but it'll be fun to see what I get and, you know, what other people get. Going there for the cards, you know, if I don't see anyone that is totally fine. It's all about the cardboard. I mean, you can make new friends, but, once you get a sweet card in your collection, you want to keep that forever. So, all right, I'm just joking. Actually, I am going for the cards. Yes, I'm excited about the cards, but I'm, even more excited about meeting up with people. If I did not get any cards at the National, but I would still have a good time, and I would still say it was worth it, although I'm pretty darn sure I will get some cards as well. All right, thanks everyone. Take care.